Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are tied up 1-1. Ace versus GLuck. GLuck versus GLuck, I think, in a lot of ways on that second map, just kind of trying to run their heads into the mercenary camps that were definitely not belonging to them.
Yeah, I think game 2, Ace has controlled the entire game.
Yeah.
Not even after level 10. Even before level 10, they were winning the rotation. They were getting some picks off. Basically, what they had, they knew exactly what to do just to protect Sonya, and their back line was safe. Genji was nowhere close to that line at all.
Yeah, it was, I mean, very predictable what we saw in the draft. It was almost the exact same draft with the exception of Johanna versus ETC.
Yes.
So maybe it's time to change up a little bit. The Malfurion play from Gaming has been like okay, but KCB's Anubrak has been really good. Or I mean, he was really good.
I think he was a little too aggressive, diving in alone. I think he could have been punished if they were against like KSP Black or Ballistics. I think he could have died a lot more. But because GLuck was so scared of what they were able to do in game 2, I think Ace took control, and KCB was super offensive in that way.
Yeah, also like Overlord missed some of his concussive grenades, and like he got away with his aggressive dive on the Anub as a result. We'll see if that role swap continues with the Malfurion there, because KCB is not known for his support pool of heroes. As we head into Cursed Hollow for Game 3, this will be the map pick of Ace, so GLuck will actually have first pick for the first time this series, so they will not be able to take the Genji Uther in one rotation pick. So let's see what they decide to do as we head into this one, because their mindset has clearly been Dragon Blade to start the fight, last rites to blow up the tank, and then win the fight with the Junkrat and the Genji sustained damage. After the tank's gone, you're just on top of everybody. There's no retreat, there's no peel. They are going to ban the Uther right away to just this is the G-Clef strat, as I called it sometimes the Eastern Clash, because I know how much you love the Uther ban. And they take the Malfurion, so they're taking a controlled approach to this draft in terms of removing what heroes are now viable. Genji, a tough pick here to make work.
Yep, Genji, along with other pairs, sometimes Dukov, even Rehgar, has been coming out oftentimes when Uther was banned. Especially
with a very low win rate, by the way.
With a very low win rate, yes, you're right. But I don't think Ace will be really prioritizing on Genji that much. They really like melee, sometimes even Hanzo. I think they will just let that through.
Let's see. I think Hanzo would be a great choice for them here. Greymane, obviously very powerful for the map. His Q in Worgen form was nerfed on the current patch because of his camping abilities. So if you want to get the maximum value out of Greymane, get him while he's hot, shall we say.
Yeah, last time when Ace played in Cursed, they had a Greymane with Zarya. Basically protect the Greymane, let's see what we can do. Oh, they're going to change things up, spice things up with Avatar along with Genji.
Okay, but now they've given Tyrael, Tracer, Malfurion the new trinity of disaster on the side of GLuck. This is going to be so difficult to deal with, because you're dealing with now shields from Tyrael, which help Malfurion get his sustained heals off. He hits those Moonfires, heals blow up, Tracer never dies. And sure, Abathur can empower a lot of things. Post 10, he can give you the clone, he can give you some extra soak, he's a global, he can empower Genji in the early game. But with what we're looking at with GLuck here, I don't imagine Genji getting any early game picks. I think Tracer has a lot of potential to do so. And for Ace, this ban is going to probably go down to the very end. Okay, well, as soon as I say that, like, well, like, Caster Curse, but there's not a good ban. Like, the ban onto Blaze is kind of funny, because like they would have liked to have Blaze themselves probably against the Tracer, and there's like, well, the only thing they don't have yet is strong soul laner, so I guess we'll ban the best one and then hope for the best
GLuck
here.
actually saved their ban card. It was going to be Blaze no matter what, like close to 98%, and Ace actually banned Blaze. Now they're thinking, what else can we ban? They'll be super happy with that Blaze ban coming out from Ace right now.
Yeah.
Because they have that pulse bomb coming out from Tracer now.
I think a Muradin ban is pretty strong here. Like, Muradin has a good pairing with Abathur. So does Zeratul. And, you know, 2 months ago, if you showed me this ban, I would laugh and be like, I have no idea what they're thinking, but this is getting more popular recently.
Yeah, even Blossom actually played one of their best games in Eastern Clash with the Avatar Zera tool.
Yeah, it's very strong right now. The players have just figured out Zeratul can make big plays and has a lot of pick potential right now. And it's been mostly with Void Prison, actually, as a heroic choice, which is just again, still kind of mind-blowing to me that Zeratul has been able to do this well as a hero that's so irrelevant for so long.
Often Q build, and it was specifically against the Tyrael onto the other side to basically cancel that sanctification.
If they block in Medivh, I would be hyped if Genji was actually Illidan. But it's going to be a Nubarak. I don't think they're going to run Medivh. They can't. They've picked the Sonya already.
Sonya Genji, I think this is KCB's Nubarak once again. I think they're going to keep that change into game number 3. Might be Gami on Nubarak because Gami did play a Nubarak before.
Yeah.
And with Avatar, we don't exactly know what they're exactly who's going to be on which hero.
What are you feeling for support? Rhaegar? Because Rhaegar's got Wolf Run at level 1. He can traverse this large map. He's got some camp clear potential that, you know, they have Sonya, but Rhaegar can make it so they can get that early Siege Giant camp, minute and a half.
And also you need to roam super quickly along with all the mobility from Genji and Nubarak and Sonya too. I think Rhaegar is a great fit, and possibly even Stukov.
Yeah, I think Stukov is the slightly safer pick, I guess, to really shut down what Malfurion and Tyrael can do with his silence. But even Kharazim feels reasonable in this composition because of the extra damage he can provide.
Yeah, if you have the Lurking Arm, the Tyrael cannot really put that Sanctification down easily, or you can trap a lot of the members down in that choke point. And GLuck just finishing the draft with Greymane along with Leoric.
So, the question of support now, I think Rhaegar is ideal if you want to control the macro of the map, but obviously Stukov is going to be better in almost every other situation because he can silence and mess up Sanctifications, mess up Tracer. She can't blink or recall if he gets on top of her and they are coordinated. If
Ace really want to take this far and try to go for one target only with the Cocoon available, with the Cologne coming in, they can go for another global with Brightwing. I think Genji Brightwing pair could still kind of work.
I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Genji's going to be the Kharazim for the extra damage. Well, I didn't think they were going to pick the Brightwing, but I liked your reasoning. And Kharazim was the first support that came to mind because it could do so much extra damage and can help give you a lot of boss control against hyper-aggressive Tyrael play with 7-sided strike, if that's the plan he wants to go with. It's actually very rare in this meta to have final pick support that, like, when you look at it, you go like, wow, you know, I think almost every support in the game is viable here for different reasons. That's actually quite rare. It's normally like, well, they went to the Genji comp, you know, like, we definitely need to see Uther or it's going to be horrible, but with this composition with Abathur and the Kharazim coming through, I think Genji could still do a lot of damage. And depending on how well this Sonya and Nubarak pairing works, could even be an X-Strike that we see.
Yeah, X-Strike did come out a few times. And
doing the worm.
Doing that B-boy. Rush will be on Nubarak. KCB still on that Nubarak now.
Yeah.
Maybe this is
a new thing, yeah.
A new thing for Ace? Maybe they'll keep on playing like this. We haven't been told that Gamey will be switching conditions tonight.
They didn't tell anybody, keeping it a secret. Some interesting mounts here.
Ooh, and it's healing Avatar too. I think they may lack on the healing coming out from Kharazim only, so having Avatar as a secondary source seems like that's going to work. Of course, different style, but they had Medivh in game 2 with Avatar healing coming out in game 3. I think it can still work. They can have some sustain against what GLuck is having now.
Yeah. Well, that symbiote didn't last very long. Overlord gets spotted here. Oh, they missed the CC. That's part of the reason why they picked Kharazim is because they can blow members like Tracer, especially up Malfurion before he has Ice Block with the CC and the extra damage that Karzim provides. But they messed it up this time. That's alright. Would have been a nice opportunity to really crush that bottom lane. It's going to be an important one with the first tribute spawning in the bottom lane as well.
It's going to be tough for Ace. Somewhat. They have Avatar, but their wave clear is not the best. If you look at the entire team comp, of course, GLuck also is not the best, but comparing to the picks of Ace, I think GLuck has a lot faster camp timing, also wave clear. They have to really push on the from the beginning of the game to actually control the macro. I think that's what they're trying to do with Greymane right now.
Yeah, I mean, Sonya's trying to do the same. They sent Abathur top to soak, while body soak, while he could give some pressure to the bottom lane, while Sonya took the camp. And it was relatively successful, but obviously this camp in the mid lane is going to be more effective. Okay, that was not the greatest Anub'arak play of all time, but you can see what he was trying to do there. It's very late on the execution. Very annoying here, this magic
Overlord
resistance.
Does have Pulse Bomb, but not going to use it. That was not a lethal moment.
Almost was, though. So they're just going to push this through. Abathur is really struggling on top of the, even with the Siege Giants, by the way. Like, damage is going to soon be done to that top wall. This brawl is happening here. Greymane is bottom. The spell armor on this camp helped them push this 3v4, while Greymane is just getting so much extra damage done, so much extra stoke in the bottom lane. Like, right now, Ace is getting smashed in terms of wave control and experience. And because of that push in the bottom lane, GLuck can now easily just rotate down. And they have a fantastic position on this tribute.
That's exactly what GLuck had to do. Actually, Hero goes a little too far with that Surge Strike.
Looks like they're actually potentially going to give it because Malfurion backed.
Ooh, let's see. Karazim's already there.
Yeah, they had a positional advantage. Now they gave it up for Siege Giants, but
I think they have just enough time for Leoric to come down at. Of course, they will be losing that mid lane a little bit.
Yeah, that's annoying, but they did put Leoric in there. They got the much better trade here to start things off. The Pulse Bomb.
Perfect time for a Pulse Bomb. Not enough.
Not enough, but still. That might as well have been a kill on a KCB because he has to back now and they can control the tribute. Saron is just trying to get rid of this pesky wizard minion. Takes him out. Witcher gets an amazing trade as a result. And will eventually clear this. Abathur got some top soak, so there's a lot going on in this game with the global of the Abathur and the camp control that both teams have.
Because they're pushing so far, they want to make this into a kill. Let's see who they're going to focus on to. Blue Beetle is the first target. Great route to delay all the engage from Ace right there.
So it was really well done. Again, taking a fight 3v4, essentially not taking a fight but escaping and getting a better trade again 3v4 and keeping this lane wave push. I'm trying to combine those for some reason to lave.
Too much vegetables today.
Yeah, I had too many vegetables today, and that's the problem. I had like a bunch of broccoli earlier.
That's the thing. Okay, you're going to Relic doing some damage, but not really finding a kill. And stunned, I think he's the one going down.
Okay, Pulse Bomb here. After Deflect was used, Overlord actually didn't get the kill, traded pretty poorly. Now going to get caught. This time, KCB finally gets the stun, the root, the kill. Or sorry, the knock up, the stun, the kill. Knock ups and stuns, the same thing in this game, even though they look different. And it is going to be a 1-1 tribute situation now.
But meanwhile, Leoric on top has been pushing, but it was not the most significant push of all time. He could not really go into the fort. Just taking one tower down. Saron, I don't think he was slow on his push at all, but Leoric not really having the potential to really push in hard alone. It takes a long time to go all the way into the fort.
Yeah, he's not bullying as well as other solo laners would have in this situation. This is going to be an unfavorable tribute for GLuck. They are going to have this night camp, though, better timed, because they were playing passively earlier, which cost them some mid control, but going to this tribute that will be Curse Point, very impactful night camp. Okay, big rotation over here by Ace, though, to invade. They're a little bit late. They may have overextended. Hero could get caught if he gets Hit by some crowd control. He does get mounted up, though. These toxic nests are very frustrating as well for GLuck, who has to approach here without any vision. KCB, really good zoning here on the Tracer. Good Moonfire to interrupt the channel. Meanwhile, Abathur is getting extra body soak bottom.
And the camp is pushing that mid lane. GLuck, all they have to do is stall some time, but big knockup coming up from Ace. They're engaging in. Relic's very low.
Great dive here on the side of Ace. And again, another pulse bomb comes up flat. No real extra damage. Even though Tyrael shields here help them retreat, it is very likely going to be a one fight here for Ace. He's playing around the Kharazim very well. Mid push continues though, and Seron is pretty healthy. There's a huge slow coming through here. Root onto the Anub'arak. This fight is turning, GLuck.
Even without the Greymane into the team fight, Tracer is doing the most damage. Of course, along with the pulse bomb, but the connecting two right there was very impressive, having that 4v4.
Okay, a little bit of an interrupt here. No way they look for a re-engage though, right? Symbiote comes through, but this is real greedy. Gamey has used both dashes now. 7 sides on his way out. They do get the pick here with the Genji dive.
2-for-1 trade now. Sanctification misses.
Triple.
Tracer could not escape there. I don't know what is happening to all these teams right now.
You know,
Clone coming in from Abathur, and KCB is the one actually grabbing the
he's going to try to interrupt this too. Too late. Oh, so sad. Relic was split pushing with the Siege Giant camp. This isn't the end of the world for GLuck because even though the Curse Point is against them, they're even in experience. Well, actually, they're a little bit ahead, and they will be even further with this push. This is a massive push. That was
Mule
like
actually,
the most incorrect Mule I've ever seen in Korea.
not even close.
The Mule just like wanted to like land on top of the ruins and look at them. Maybe we'll get a buff for the Mule that can rebuild forts, but until that time, this was not correct, okay?
That's never going to happen.
This is actually another unlucky tribute for GLuck. And it meant their bottom push actually didn't really do anything for them here.
X-Strike locked in, but misses. Does get the kill, but with Abathur, can he actually safely make an exit?
I think he might die.
Winion's way too strong.
Okay, 7-sided doing a little bit of damage here. But GLuck, this is not the fight they wanted. 4v3 here, but Abathur Symbiote doing a lot right now. Lyric coming back down. I don't know what his death timer is at. 5 seconds. They could look to engage on this. They have the upgraded Pulse Bomb. They have Go for the Throat. Okay, Aldruin's going to interrupt. Huge Twilight Dream. This is the opportunity they were looking for. Heroes down finally. They're going to wipe a team here. Or they get a team wipe.
Basically, Witcher's the only one. Of course, Rush.
Rush needs to leave.
He is digging that hole. Goes to the top lane. Witcher, I don't think he's getting here alive, as he's the only one left right here.
This is a boss now. Easy boss. Relic is just clearing up this mid push. They didn't even get both cannon towers. They have a huge experience lead. This boss is going to threaten keep wall directly.
It's not going to perfectly line up with the curse timing because they just had a tribute spawning right before. But still, this could go directly to the keep, and then they could do more with the curse.
Okay, they want to fight this, though, with the quick respawn timers here. At 9:30 into the game. Sank, though. Not the best timing, but good placement. KCB with a huge root, but the damage is just not enough. Cocoon, though, could start to turn things around. No, not quite. Removing half the damage there, but Greymane went Wizened Duelist. He did a lot of damage at the beginning of that fight. Gets taken out at the end, but boss gets taken. And with a lost team fight during boss and curse into double boss, ouch. This is actually probably game over. Like, how could this not be?
Ooh, that teamfight actually delayed the timing of the boss to parry up perfectly with the curse now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Ooh. And costing all their lives, basically all of their lives. I think this could be the core call if they get one more team wipe. Luckily, they hit 13. They're almost at 14, so level gap is not the biggest.
Thing is, they can just, like, guarantee this into a keep. Material Shield's doing so much here. They can guarantee this keep and rotate back to a second boss while pushing mid all at the same time. Greymane's respawn heading mid. Abathur needs to leave, actually. Okay, he is leaving. Not going to be enough to kill him, even with Go for the Throat, but they're making the core call here.
Sank back in 25, I think. If they stall enough time, it could be enough. Tracer locked in to get to Cocoon.
Relic breaking that Cocoon as quickly as possible. KCB not doing too much here. Great Ice Block from Alfurion, helping him get that Twilight Dream off right afterwards. Karazim's the first to die. The keeps are not firing, obviously, as this is Curse, and there's just no extra peel here. Core is under attack. The boss aggroing all of that core shot. Sank goes on to 5. This is going to be game over, putting us in match point here for Team Gluck, 2-1, with a very impressive team fight there on boss to end Cursed Hollow.
I don't think it was a drafting problem. I think it was more of this game, and for Ace, they had less of an idea of what to do against what Gluck is good at. Basically, they were good at macro. They had the wave clear. They wanted to pressure from the mid. From the beginning to an end. I think Ace was using way too much resources to defend all the camps coming in because they lacked wave clear potentially. But I think they could have actually had one more hero go to other lane, soak up some EXP. I don't think they had to commit all 4 men into one lane.
Blue Beetle was my MVP that game. His
yes.
Twilight Dreams were fantastic. His Ice Blocks in the Twilight Dreams were like really, really smooth. And even though the Sank on that boss fight was not the Sank that most people are probably looking for, like exactly like in the center of the boss pit.
It was like a Venn diagram circle.
It was like on the right side to the top a little bit off, but the Twilight Dream was fantastic. The Ice Block was good. They burned Karazim down there. The Wizened Duelist build for Greymane meant they did a lot of extra damage. Tracer play, a little bit left to be desired, like not very many kill connecting pulse bombs, a lot of almost kills with the Tracer, which, like I said earlier, is kind of sometimes enough, sometimes good enough.